Om Namo Venkateshaya. Shuklambaradharam Vishnum Shasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavathanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopashanteye Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave Namo Vai Brahmanideye Vasishtaya Namo Namaha. Smarana Matrena Janma Samsara Bandhanat Vimuchate Namastasmi Vishnave Prabha Vishnave Lakshmi Nata Samarambam Nate Amana Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Partaya Pradibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshiniim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatvamanusandatami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Om Namo Venkateshaya. My pranams to everybody. So we have to take up the chapter 8 today, which is called as the Akshara Brahma Yogam. Akshara means which is undergoing decaying, or which undergoes a change, which gets reduced, that is called as Kshara. Opposite of that is Akshara. So that means one who doesn't decay, one who doesn't undergo any change, which is always permanent, that is called as Akshara. Brahma means, is in that Vishnu Sahasranam also you saw that, no? 70 Sloka. Brahmanyo, Brahma Kuri Brahma, Brahma Ivardhan. So that means Brahman. What does Brahman mean? Brahman means very big. Brihatvatvat, Brahmanatvat, Brahma iti uchate. Brahma means big. The literal meaning of the word Brahma means big. That's what it is. Why is it called as, they just left it as big? In English, we have this, what is called as the adjective. What is an adjective? Adjective is that qualifies the noun. Supposing if I say this is an elephant, that's one word. Elephant is the noun. If I say this is a big elephant, that means big is the adjective. That is that which qualifies that, saying that this elephant is very big. So it is talking something about the noun. That's what is called as adjective. But then sometimes what happens is the adjective itself gets qualified by the noun. For example, supposing if I say this is a big elephant, you have some imagination about the meaning of the word big in that one. Supposing if I say this is a big finger, I'm also using the same word big, but then this is a finger. Supposing the word big is the adjective in both the places, big finger and big elephant. But then your imagination about the big is different in the two cases. The big in elephant is not the same as the big in that finger. In the finger, if you assume a little bit, the thicker, that's what it is. But it is not the same thing when you imagine about the big in the elephant. That means you think it's a very huge one. These two bigs are different because they get qualified by the noun itself. Similarly, the Upanishads or the Vedas thought, if I say something, this is big like something, that means you get qualified. The Brahman gets qualified. Supposing if it is as big as sky or something like that, then means you are limiting the Brahman to the extent of the sky, because Brahman is beyond the sky also. So that's why they just left the word big. That means big means nothing can be compared with it. So that's why they have used the word Brahman. Brahman means it's very big. So that means it is talking about Akshara Brahma Yogam. That means we are going to talk about the indestructible or undecaying Paramatma, who is called as Brahma. Therefore, we are going to talk about this particular yoga in this chapter 8. So let's read the two slokas together, because incidentally in this chapter 7, if you have observed, Arjuna is not asking any questions at all. From 1 to 6, he asks questions in various chapters. But in the 7th chapter, he's not asking any questions at all. So he's asking the question in the 8th chapter relating to the words, the terms that Bhagavan used in the 7th chapter. So let's read the two slokas together. So sloka 1 and 2.
Yeah, Namaskaram Guruji. Yeah. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha Atha Ashtamodhyayah Akshara Brahma Yogaha Arjuna Uvacha Kintad Brahma Kimadhyatmam Kim Karma Purushottama Adhibhutancha Kim Proktam Adhidaivam Kimuchyate Adhiyajna Katham Kotra Dehesmin Madhusudana Prayana Kale Chakatham Gnyeyosi Niyatatmabhihi.
So he's asking about 8 questions in these two, slokas. First, let's see what it is. So this is Akshara Brahma Yoga. Arjuna Vacha. So Arjuna is asking this question. Kim Tad Brahma. So Bhagavan talked about the Tad Brahma Tad Viduhu. That means he is asking, what is Brahman? Kim Tad Brahma. What is that Brahman? Kim Adhyatmam. So he talked about it also. Sadhibhutam Sadi Yajnam, Sadi Bhutam, Sadi Atmam. That means Bhagavan talked about this, this in the 30th sloka. So that means Kim Adhyatmam. So what is Adhyatmam? Kim Karma? Karma Chakilam. That's what he's asking. So that means he's asking what is karma? Kim karma? Purushottama. Oh, Purushottama, the best among all these Jivatmas, Bhagavan Purushottama. That's what he's called as Purushottama. Incidentally, in Tamil, you heard the word called as Perumal. Perumal refers to Bhagavan. So the literal meaning of the word Purushottama is Perumal only. Purusha means person, all. Uttama means biggest person. So that means Perumal. Perumal is called as Perumal. So Purushottama literal meaning in Tamil is Perumal. That's what. Purushottama. Adibodham. So that means which is this which is the bhutas. Bhutas means the panchabhutas, which is made up of this panchabhutas. Bhagavan also uses Sadibhutam. So he's asking what is Adibhutam? Adibhutam, check him. What is Adibhutam? Adibhutam Proktam. That means what is called as Adibhutam. Adidevam. Bhagavan also uses Adidevam. So that means what is Adidevam? So what is Adidevam? Kim Muchate. So what is called as Adidevam? So in this sloka, what are the questions he's asking? Kim Tad Brahma. What is Brahma? What is Adhyatmam? What is Karma? What is Adibhutam? What is Adideva? So 5 questions he has asked in this question. Let's move on to the next sloka. Adi Yajna Katam. That means what is Adi Yajna? Bhagavan also saw Adi Yajna. He has used this word in this previous sloka, in the previous chapter, last sloka. So he's asking what is Adi Yajna? So what is Adi Yajna Katam? What is Adi Yajna? Kaha Atra Dehesmin Madhusudana, oh killer of this Madhu. Or other readings, kill Madhu also means, this sensory pleasures. So one is able to kill the sensory pleasures for his devotees called as Madhusudana. So a person who Madhusudana, tell me where is this Adi Yajna residing in this body? Asmin Dehe, that means in this body. Atra, in this body. Where is this Adi Yajna? Where is this Adi Yajna in this body? That's what he's asking this question. Prayana Kalecha Katam. So that means Prayana Kalecha Katam Nyayaha Assi. That means Bhagavan also talked about Prayana Kalo Picha Mam Vidhi. That means even at the time of leaving this body, they are able to think about me. He's saying, how is it that they are able to? Katam means how. How to remember about you at the time of, when we leave this body. So because, this, the most important thing, one of the things is that when a person leaves, of course, Bhagavan is going to talk about in the next few slokas, the person who leaves this body thinking about me ultimately reaches me. So that means Arjuna is very keen to know, how do I make sure that I remember you at the time of leaving this body? Prayana Kalecha Katam. How? Nyayasi Nitya Atma Vidhi. That means for a person who is able to control his senses and mind, how is he able to remember about you at the time of leaving this body? So this is the third question that in the second sloka, the last question is asking. So the questions, let us once again recapitulate. What is Brahma? What is Adhyatmam? What is Karma? What is Adibodham? What is Adidevam? What is Adiyajna? And then where is this Adiyajna residing in this body? And then how to remember you at the time of when you leave this body. So these are the 8 questions that Arjuna is asking, and then Bhagavan is answering each one of them. Let's move on to sloka number 3.
Bhagavanuvāca Aksharam Brahma Paramam Svabhāvodhyātmamuchyate Bhuta Bhavodbhavakarah Visargah Karma Sanmitah.
So he's answering 3 questions in this sloka. Aksharam Brahma Paramam. The Brahman is Aksharam. Aksharam means it is undecaying and it is indestructible. Paramam means the supreme. So that means Bhagavan says Aksharam is Brahman is the supreme and is indestructible and immutable, and therefore that is the Brahman. Brahman is Paramatma. So he's saying the Paramatma, Paramam ultimate, and is indestructible and imperishable. So that is what he's answering. What is Brahma? He's asked the first question. So it's Aksharam Brahma Paramam. Swabhavo Adhyatma Uchyate. That means one's own inner nature is called as Adhyatma. That is the Jivatma. So Jivatma is one's own nature, because we are always unfortunately we try to impose the Jivatmic qualities onto that external body. So the Jivatma is immortal, and therefore we think that the body, since we identify with the body, we also think that the body has to be immortal. That's why when the body perishes, we feel sad or bad about it. So that means the inner nature of everybody is Adhyatma. That is the inner core of everybody is this Jivatma, and that is what is called as Swabhavo Adhyatma Uchyate. That means it is the Jivatma is called as the Adhyatma. Bhuta Bhava Bhavatkara. Bhuta Bhava Bhavatkara Visarga Karma Sang. That means anything which is creative force, that is called as karma. That is Bhuta Bhava. That means all these Panchabhutas, the bodies, the Jivatma that are arising out of these Panchabhutas, that are being produced, that are being created. Visarga means that is what is being created. Those are being created. That is called as karma. Karma means anything which has got the creative tendency or the creative force in that. That is called as karma. Karma is always what you do. You try to create something or do something which is beneficial, and therefore you want to do something for your own self, and you want to enjoy something. For that you do all this action. Whatever that is being created is called as visarga. Bhuta bhava bhavattaro visarga karma samhita. So he's saying Akshara Brahman is the Akshara Paramam is the Brahma, that is the ultimate supreme indestructible force is the Brahman, Paramatma. What is the inner core of everybody is the Jivatma. Then anything which is being created in this universe, starting from Bhagavan himself, is creating this universe. That is called as karma. Whatever people are creating, that is called as karma. Samhita. Fourth sloka.
क्षरो भावः पुरुषश्चाधिदैवतम् अधियज्ञोऽहमेवात्र देहे देहभृतां वर.
So, Adibhutam Charaha Bhavaha. What is Adibhutam? Adibhutam is the one which is made up of these Panchabhutas, all these bodies and all this, the play field which is being created. Charaha, that means it is undergoing change, it is destructible. So that means creation and then annihilation takes place. Charobhava, that means its nature is undergoing change and it is always, it is destructible, destroyable. It is at some point of time, the body also perishes. So that is what is called as Adibhutam. That is what is made up of these Panchabhutas, all the Sariram, all those things are all called as Adibhuta. Charaha bhava, its nature is undergoing changes and then it is destructible. Purushaha cha Adidevatam. That means what is the Devam? Adidevatam is the gods that are residing in each of the sense organs. So that means the God residing in the eyes is sun. Because of that only we are able to see. So the inner Devata is sun. And then when the eye gets connected with that external world through the light of the sun, then the eye is able to see. So that means the inner Devata of the eye is called as is the sun. Similarly, the inner Devata of this nose is the Ashwini Kumaras. So all those things, the Devatas are for the hearing. So like that, there are Ati Devatas for each of the sense organs. They are called as Adi Devata. So those are the gods presiding over the various sense organs and these various things in this universe. Indra, Varuna, all those things, they are called as Adi Devata. Purushaha means they are also, in terms of the bhava, Puri Sete, that means they reside internally with each other, inside our body in the various, the sense organs, and therefore they are called as Purusha. Adi Yajna Aham Eva. So that means I am the Adi Yajna. Bhagavan says I am the Adi Yajna. That means Yajna is that inner core, and the Yajna is that, this, what do you call this, the various actions that are being performed in a selfless manner. That means Yajna spirit. So Adi Yajna Ahameva, that means I am this person. Atra Dehe. So I am residing in the Deha, that means in this Sariram, Deva Pratam, or Deha Pratam, that means all these people who are, these Jivatmas, all this, they have got this body. I am the person who is residing inside this, in all these people as the Adi Yajna. That means I am the receiver of all the things that are being offered in this case. That's why even the food that we consume is an Yajna. So that means, you are using these hands, that is, these are called the ladle. So the food that you take is these, these oblations. Then you put it into your mouth, and then it goes to the stomach. The stomach, Bhagavan himself says, I am the Vaishvanaro Bhutva. So it is the Agni inside that. That is like the food that you eat is an oblation to that. So that is itself an Yajna. So Bhagavan says, I am the inner controller of all these people. I am the Adi Yajna. That means the person who is receiving all the oblations that are being performed in these various Yajnas. I am the person who is the Adi Yajna, who is the person who is receiving that. That's what he's talking about. So let's just summarize the 4 slokas. So Arjuna is asking this question: what is Brahman? Then what is this Atma? What is Adhyatma? Then what is Karma? Then what is Adibodham? What is Adidevam? Then what is Adi Yajna? And then where does Adi Yajna reside in this body? Prayana. So how do I remember you when I leave this body? So these are the questions he's asking. And Bhagavan is answering one by one. So Akshara Parabrahma, that means this ultimate undecaying nature is Bhagavan himself. That is what is Parama Brahma. The inner core of everybody is the Jivatma, that is called as Adhyatma. Then all these creative forces that are the actions that are being taken for any creation of anything is called as karma. Then Adibhutam, all these the bodies, the Jivatmas which are made up of these external bodies of this Panchabhuta, they are called as Adibhutam, and it is the nature is of undergoing changes and decay. Then the devatas that are presiding over these various sense organs and then these various things in this universe is called as Adidevam. I am the Adiyagya who is residing in this body of all the people, all the Jivatmas, and I am the person who is receiving all the oblations that are being performed in these various Jivatmas in this universe. So that's what Bhagavan talks about in this 4 slokas. I think we'll continue the discussion because that is the next sloka is an important sloka. We'll have a detailed discussion tomorrow. Vasudevasutam devam kamsa chanuramadhanam devaki paramanandam krishnam vande jagatgurum sarvam. Sri Krishnarpnamastu. Krishna 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 Krishna.